Soft sunlight filters through my window, spilling across my eyes. Throwing my arms over my head, I pull myself into a stretch, feeling relaxed, feeling rested and relaxed. That feeling only lasts for a moment. I remember that today is Erylynn's last day with us before she goes home. Regardless of how I feel about the situation, I'm determined to make tonight's party a success. But first, I need to go to work. Sliding out of bed, I search for some clean clothes. Aeryn has some last-minute student council business she needs to take care of, so I figured I'd help out with my aunt and uncle at the bakery. After getting dressed, I go downstairs and head into the empty kitchen where I grab a quick breakfast. Once I'm done, I clean up and then head out of the house. The sun shines brightly overhead, warming the cool air. It's a beautiful, mild day that makes the walk to work much more pleasant. Soon I arrive. The little bell announces my entrance.
Welcome!
Mina blinks at me from behind the counter.
Oh, hey, cuz. I thought you had the day off.
Thought you did too. Mina nods.
Yeah, but Erylynn's busy, and I had nothing else planned. Can you watch the counter while I help Mom and Dad out back?
Sure. I take Mina's place behind the counter while she slips into the kitchen. Customers steadily enter the shop, and I soon fall into a busy rhythm. Mina pops back out, and we tag team all of our duties, filling in wherever the other person needs it. Eventually, the rush dies down, the few remaining customers sit at the tables enjoying their coffee and pastries. Mina and I finally have a chance to catch our breath. I lean against the counter as she slumps by the register.
Wow. I knew it'd be busy, but I didn't expect it to be that busy.
A little too busy. She giggles.
I know, right? It's a good thing we're both here. I don't know how Mom and Dad would have handled it on their own.
Yeah, exactly. Mina leans on her elbows and props her face in her hands.
So, what present did you get Aeryn?
I blink. Present?
Yeah, you know, for tonight.
What should I get her? I haven't gotten her one yet. You think I need to? Mina's eyes bug out.
Yes? She's leaving and we don't know when we'll see her again. You can't go empty-handed.
Man, I didn't even think of that. What do you think I should get her?
Anything that she'd like.
Like what? She sighs, shaking her head.
You are so hopeless.
Just then, a bell above the door rings. I turn around and see Kosei striding towards us.
Hey, Mina!
Kosei, you're here!
Of course! I'll always come when my services are required.
He pauses when he sees me.
Oh, aren't you off today?
Hi to you too. He laughs.
Sorry, it's good to see you, my man.
Yeah, you too, bud. What are you doing here?
Mina texted me this morning that she was working alone. So, like the good boyfriend that I am, I came by to keep her company.
He grins proudly. Mina rolls her eyes but smiles anyway. Why do I feel like the third wheel? I glance back and forth between the two, suddenly feeling very out of place. Now that Kosei's here, I guess I'll go now. Mina blinks.
Go where? We're still on the clock, cuz.
Oh, right. One of the customers finishes up, so I clear the table to give Mina and Kosei a moment to themselves. As I tidy up the space, the bell dings and a couple of girls my age enter. Welcome. Let me know if there's anything I can get you.
Thanks.
I get back to clean as they begin browsing, although I notice one of the girls keeps eyeing Kosei and pointing him out to her friend. They just hover out of his view, giggling and whispering. I narrow my eyes. Kosei getting unsolicited female attention? Something is up. Besides, can't they see that he's already with somebody? I finish up and return to my friends, just in time for one of the girls to tentatively approach Kosei.
Excuse me.
He turns around, blinking in surprise. I don't think he even noticed her until now.
Oh, sorry, I don't actually work here.
No. It's just, are you Kosei the Wall Nakahara?
There's a moment of silence as the nickname registers. Then Kosei breaks out into the broadest grin I've ever seen. He slicks his hand through his hair.
Why, yes I am.
The girl gasps, fidgeting as she squeals.
Oh, wow! I can't believe it! The Wall is here, and I'm talking to him!
Kosei smiles from ear to ear. It broadens the more he hears his nickname.
It's always a pleasure to meet a fan. Do you play soccer too?
She shakes her head.
No, but I like to watch the games. You totally saved the game against Yuko High. They would have won if not for your final block.
Aw, thanks.
While the girl continues to chat, Mina and I stare in disbelief.
Someone actually referred to him as the Wall.
Yep.
Unironically.
Yep.
Like she actually meant it seriously.
Yeah, I can't believe it either. She pauses.
We're never going to hear the end of this, are we?
Nope. After a couple more minutes, the girls leave, chatting excitedly with each other. Kosei turns back to us with the smuggest grin I've ever seen.
Nobody calls me the Wall, huh?
I feel a disturbance in the space-time continuum.
Admit it, bro. The Wall strikes both on and off the field.
That doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't need to.
Mina rolls her eyes.
Oh my gosh, Kosei, please.
He pretends to look around.
What's a Kosei? There's only the Wall here.
Mina raises a brow, then pouts, feigning disappointment.
Oh, really? That's too bad, because I had a sweet treat put aside for my boyfriend, Kosei. But since he's not here...
Kosei drops the act and leans across the counter like an excited puppy.
Wait, me, I'm a Kosei.
Mina shrugs.
I'm sorry, but I only see the Wall here.
No, I promise I'm a Kosei.
He does seem like a Kosei. I believe him. Looks like a Kosei to me. Mina smirks.
You mean groveling and practically begging on his knees? Yeah, I think you're right.
Yes! Wait, what?
Eventually, Mina breaks down laughing.
How can I say no after all of that? Okay, give me 1 second.
It's easy. Try it.
Sweet!
More customers enter the shop, and her moment of quiet comes to an end. As the pace picks up, Kosei leaves to prevent any more distractions. Soon enough, our shift is over. Uncle Hajime joins us out front to keep an eye on the register while Mina and I prepare to head out. Before we do, I quickly ask for a favor. Uncle Hajime, do you think you or Aunt Emiko could bake a cake for Erilynn tonight? I think it'd be nice to bring to the party. He smiles warmly.
Sure, that's a wonderful idea.
Thanks, I do it myself, but I actually want it to be good. He chuckles.
Not a problem. Just leave it to us. I'll leave it at home and you can pick it up whenever you're ready.
I breathe out a sigh of relief and grin. Thanks so much, Uncle Hajime. You're a lifesaver.
It's my pleasure.
After saying we'll ask goodbye, join Mina outside of the bakery.
Good thinking on that cake, cuz. Erilynn loves Dad's baking.
Thanks. So, what are your plans for the rest of the day?
I told Kosei I'd come over once I was done. We're going to the venue early to set up. How about you?
Well, after that earful you gave me, I think I'd better go shopping. She nods.
Yes, you should. Do you want my help picking something out?
Oh, God, no. No, it's okay. I've got it.
Alright, it better be something good.
Don't worry, it will be. After leaving the bakery, Mina and I say goodbye and head our separate ways. I don't have that much time before the party tonight, so I better get a move on. I pick up the pace as I head to the mall. Okay, we need to find Sho here and stock up on some dongos. Just saying. Once I arrive, I browse the different stores. What makes a good present? Chocolates are a classic gift. I know Erilynn enjoys sweets. With my mind made up, I look for a confectionery store and find one tucked into the corner of the building. As I enter, I happily breathe in the sweet scent of sugar. It smells like happiness and comfort. Hope that's how Erilynn feels when she tastes the chocolates. I find a box with an assortment of different and new flavors. She's constantly trying something new here, and I hope that each new flavor will remind her of her time here with us in Matsukaze. After I make my purchase, I head out of the shop and leave the mall. Then I begin the walk home. I walk at a brisk pace, feeling antsy to return. Now that I've bought a present, I need to prepare it and then wrap it up nicely. As soon as I'm home, I change clothes and freshen up. Then I beautifully wrap my present. I have one more thing I need to get before I go. I enter the kitchen and open the fridge. Inside is a neatly frosted cake sprinkled with fruit. Looks delicious. I'll need to thank Uncle Hajime tomorrow for helping me bake this. Carefully, I put the cake into the carrier and then leave the house. The karaoke lounge is close to the arcade, so it's not a far walk. I clutch the present in my hand and hurry my pace. As the sun sets, the chill begins to creep in. Soon I spot the flashing neon sign hanging above the building. I go inside and the clerk directs me to our booked room. When I enter, I grin at how Mina and Kosei have decorated the room. There's a hanging letter sign over the couches that reads, "We'll miss you," and pastel-colored streamers strewn about. On the wall, the TV screen shines brightly against the dimly lit room, playing a random music video. Mina, Kira, and Kosei huddle together with the song list, but look up when I enter. Whoa, nice job, you guys.
Thanks! It was mostly Mina.
That doesn't surprise me.
That's not true. Kira actually brought most of the decorations. I just helped throw it all together.
Really? Kira nods.
I hope the colors are to our liking.
Oh, definitely. Erilynn loves white and pastels.
I scooch over to the table and gently place the cake. Mina's face lights up.
Oh, yay! This looks beautiful.
Is that a Mano specialty cake I see?
It sure is, baked by Uncle Hajime.
Score! Now it's a real party!
He reaches a finger to taste the frosting, but Mina swats his hand away.
Nuh-uh. This is for Erilynn.
Speaking of which, where is she?
She'll be here soon.
Yeah, we're all a bit early anyway. come and look at songs with us. We're trying to find a perfect song to sing to her.
I don't sing. That's cool, but I'm not a singer, so I'll just watch and listen.
No, dude. We're gonna sing this song together.
But I don't sing.
So, none of us do. It's karaoke.
Yeah, but I especially don't.
Too bad. Participation is non-negotiable. Besides, you'll look really silly sitting there alone while the three of us are up here singing.
I can live with that. Kira, you're singing too? She nods.
It's for Erilynn, so I don't mind.
Mina's right. I'll seem like I don't care at all if I sit here alone. Alright, fine, I'll sing. As we scroll through the list, Kira pauses and points.
How about this one?
Ooh, yes, it's perfect. Do you guys know it?
Of course I know it.
Sounds pretty familiar to me. The door opens and we turn around. Erilynn walks in, glancing around the room.
Oh my.
Erilynn, you're here.
She continues to look around.
You did all of this for me?
Yeah, do you like it?
I love it. Thank you so much, everyone. It's extraordinary.
This is just the beginning.
The girls lead Erilynn to the couch while Kosei and I bring out the snacks and drinks. After everyone is situated, Mina grabs one of the microphones and hands it to Erilynn.
As the Lady of Honor tonight, you get to sing first.
But I don't know any of these songs.
It doesn't matter. You can just read the lyrics. Come on.
Mina pulls Erilynn on stage and the two of them sing together. Mina's enthusiasm is contagious. Before long, all of our hesitations melt away and we sing without abandonment. We rotate through a few songs, singing solos, duets, and group pieces, and then we decide to take a break.
Erilynn, we got something special for you that we knew you'd like.
I present the cake and Erilynn's face immediately lights up.
Oh, this looks beautiful. Thank you, Mina.
It was actually my cousin's idea. I know, surprising, right?
Erilynn looks surprised but smiles.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I hope you like it. We cut into the cake and it's exactly as delicious as it looks. Soft like cotton and just the perfect sweetness. Erilynn immediately guesses that's made by Uncle Hajime and helps herself to a second slice. Soon we're all stuffed and happy. Erilynn leans back.
I was initially apprehensive, but this has been really fun.
It's not over yet.
No?
Not before you've opened your presents.
Erilynn perks up as we gather our gifts.
Open mine first.
Okay.
She unwraps the paper to reveal a small jewelry box. Inside is a thin chain bracelet with a charm that reads best. Mina holds her wrist to reveal the second half of the charm that says friends.
We'll always be best friends, no matter how far we are from each other.
Aw, Mina, this is beautiful.
She slips the bracelet on her wrist and smiles.
I'm glad you like it.
Kira offers her next. She bites her lip but telltale sign that she's nervous.
This is for you, Erilynn.
It already looks so elegant.
Kira's present is meticulously wrapped with sparkly gold paper. Each corner is folded with a perfect crease. Looks like Kira put a lot of care into making it presentable.
I almost feel bad unwrapping it.
I'll do it for you.
I said almost.
She carefully peels back the paper, which reveals another small jewelry box.
Oh,
Inside is a silver bracelet encrusted with rhinestones. A small key charm dangles from it. Kira reveals the second half, which is a tiny house charm. The key fits perfectly to unlock the house.
You're welcome in my home anytime.
this is a lovely gift, and I'm so happy to receive it. Thank you.
She slips it onto her other wrist while Kira smiles.
Great minds, Kira. That's so cute.
Yeah, but what are we gonna do when she gets the third bracelet? I present my gift next. Here, this is for you. She grins at the size of the box.
Ooh, it does look promising.
After ripping off the paper, her grin broadens at the assortment of chocolates inside.
These all look very interesting.
Yep, I picked a bunch of different flavors that you wouldn't find at home, so you can have a little taste of Matsukaze.
I look forward to trying them. Thank you.
That was a nice gift, cuz. Good job.
Thanks.
Is that all of them?
Nope, I was saving the best for last.
Kosei pulls out an autograph photo of his latest headshot and hands it directly to Erilynn. He didn't bother to wrap it or anything. Now, who had the last minute gift? Mina jabs me sharply in the ribs and glares.
This is my autograph. It may not seem like much now, but once I become a world-famous soccer player, it'll be worth a lot. And you can tell everyone how you knew me before I was famous.
Mina groans and scrubs a hand down her face.
I knew I should have picked his gift for him.
Kosei beams proudly while Erilynn looks blankly at the photo.
And what is this a photo of?
His confidence wavers.
It's me, Kosei.
What's a Kosei?
She blinks up at him with innocent eyes. Kosei blinks and then any semblance of confidence melts into a puddle of alarm.
Seriously? We've been in class together all year! I hang out with you all the time! And I even sang you a really moving song!
In the middle of Kosei's rant, Erilynn breaks down laughing.
Of course I know who you are, silly.
He pauses, slowly pulling himself together.
Alright, of course! It was a joke!
You should have seen your face.
His smile returns and he slicks his hand back through his hair.
I knew it! I mean, I was just playing along. Yeah, that's what I was doing.
She giggles.
Thank you for the gift.
Wait, there's more in the back.
Erilynn flips the picture over and begins reading silently to herself. A slow smile spreads across her face, growing wider and wider as she reads. When she's finished, she clutches the picture to her chest.
Thank you, Kosei.
You're welcome.
What did it say?
Exactly what it needed to say.
She winks at Kosei, who grins back. My curiosity is burning, but it doesn't seem like either will share what it said. I think those were all the presents.
No, not all of them.
There's more?
No. Mina steps to the front of the room and motions for the rest of us to join her. Oh, right, the song.
Erilynn, this is from all of us to you.
Erilynn watches with excited curiosity as we all stand. Kosei selects a song and the music soon flows through the speakers. The lyrics pop up on the screen to guide us and we each sing to the best of our abilities. Among a million stars, a wish out there is ours. Maybe this time it'll come true. Whatever comes our way, we'll face it unafraid, and take on this world together. Our voices mingle with the melodies, growing stronger and louder as we get into it. Soon each of us belts out all of our emotions into the serenade. We may not have been the best singers, but we're the most heartfelt. As the music fades away, we lower the microphones and turn to Erilynn. She's got her head tilted to the side and blinks rapidly. Erilynn, are you okay?
Of course. You all sing such a touching and moving song for me. Why wouldn't I be?
Her voice sounds thick and she damps at her eyes.
Are you crying?
She sniffles and forcibly shakes her head.
Don't be ridiculous. There's just some dust in my eyes.
Suddenly, Mina begins sniffling.
Oh my gosh! Erilynn!
She strides over and wraps Erilynn in a hug.
No, I have dust in my eyes too!
The cleanliness of this place is appalling.
I know!
Even Kira seems misty-eyed. She steps over and joins the hug.
We'll miss you. I'll miss you too.
I hear a sniffle beside me. Kosei, you too?
Allergies, man, allergies!
Let's go for it. Watching all my friends slowly break down, I feel the pricking of tears in my eyes too. This is just so overwhelming. Rushing to the girls, I wrap myself around them and join the group hug. Kosei joins in a moment later.
Don't forget me!
Who are you again? The dam breaks and we let out all of our pent-up feelings. We all knew this day was coming, but never expected how real it would feel once it did. Eventually, we all calm down and slowly untangle. Erilynn wipes her eyes and then smiles.
Thank you for that. Truly.
You're welcome! We sounded pretty good, right?
Yes, although someone did sound a little flat.
Kosei. She looks pointedly at me. That breaks the tension as everyone laughs. We continue to sing, eat, and laugh long into the night. My throat hurts from all the singing, but I don't want to stop. We eventually pack up everything once our reservation time runs out. Erilynn turns to us.
Thank you so much for the party. I had an amazing time. If only I could leave twice just so we could have another.
If you want another party, then you'll have to come back.
If that is how it must be, then I will make it happen.
Anyway, it's getting pretty late and I need to head home.
Yeah, we should head back too.
Erilynn yawns.
Indeed. This has been very fun, but very exhausting.
Kira nods.
I should go home too.
Are you going to walk alone? She blinks and nods. It's really late. Can I walk you?
Oh, okay. Sure.
She offers me a smile which warms me against the evening chill.
Good idea, cuz. It's not safe for a lady to be walking around alone at night.
Kosei nudges me in the ribs.
And they say chivalry's dead.
About that, how come you didn't offer to walk me home, Kosei?
Because you're gonna force me to do it anyway, so why bother asking?
The logic is sound.
Oh, you trained him well, Mina.
Mina giggles then pats Kosei on the back.
He may be a slow learner, but he still learns.
I'm being bullied.
She gives him a look.
You are going to be rewarded for your trouble.
I'm being given a fantastic opportunity.
Watching my cousin flirt with my best friend is awkward. Alright, you guys, we're going to take off. They look at us and nod, so we wave our goodbye to our friends. Kira and I split off from the group. We leave the venue and begin the walk home. There's a slight breeze chilling the air, but otherwise it's a mild night. It's strange how quiet it is outside with nobody in the streets. Most people are probably safely tucked into their own beds at home. Kinda like the quiet. It's peaceful and relaxing, especially with Kira by my side. I glance over to her and notice she huddles into herself. Like the cool, suave, mysterious boyfriend in all of Kira's favorite romance dramas, I slip my jacket off and smoothly wrap it around her shoulders. She pauses before gratefully pulling it around her. Her cheeks blush a slight pink.
Thanks.
I nod. So, party was pretty fun, right? She nods.
It was nice getting to spend time with everyone.
Yeah, and funny watching everyone let loose. She nods, giggling. We walk by a convenience store. The neon light draws me in and I feel my stomach growl in hunger. Can use a snack. How about you? Kira blinks and nods.
Okay.
Luckily, this convenience store was still open this late. Kira gravitates towards the ice creams and we each select one. After purchasing our treats, we continue on our walk home. Kira blushes in happiness as she enjoys her ice cream and lets out a soft sigh. I always knew that she had a sweet tooth, but I hadn't realized just how happy sweets make her. Can't stop the smile from growing on my face. Kira notices my look and glances curiously at me.
Is there something on my face?
No, you just seem so happy. Her blush deepens and she finishes off her ice cream.
Sweet things help lift the spirit.
That's cute. Where'd you learn that?
From a show.
She pauses, looking around.
Actually, this night feels like it's from one of my dramas.
How come?
First, you offered me your jacket when it was cold. The love interest always offers his jacket to the girl.
I wasn't gonna let you freeze.
And then we stopped for ice cream in the middle of the night. That's another cliche.
I guess that's true too.
Now all that needs to happen is for the main girl to trip over her own feet.
She giggles.
It's pretty silly, but for some reason they all do it.
Yeah, that does seem kinda silly.
I don't even understand why it's a trope. How does anyone even trip over nothing?
Suddenly Kira falters. Her arms wave in the air, trying to steady herself before she topples over. Kira? I catch her in my arms just before she reaches the ground. Her hair cascades behind her in a dark waterfall as she clings to me, looking up at me with wide eyes. If you wanted me to hold you, just ask. I flash her a suave smile. You know, if you wanted me to hold you, all you had to do was ask. Kira's cheeks tinge pink.
That's not what I was trying to do.
Uh-huh. Why else did you trip, if not because you wanted me to catch you? Her blush deepens.
I really did trip.
Over what?
My own feet.
I help Kira back to her feet and she dusts off her clothes. Her face still burns a bright red. She doesn't seem to know what to say.
Thanks. I don't know how that just happened.
Kira's right. This night is playing out just like a romance drama. Her very convenient tripping over her feet proves it. It's okay, this actually makes perfect sense. She blinks. Obviously, we are in a rom-com, and if I know my rom-coms, there's only one thing left for the protagonist to do. Before she can answer, I scoop Kira onto my back and secure her in a piggyback ride.
Oh,
She tries to slide off, but I shift her back into place.
you don't have to carry me. I can walk just fine.
Maybe so, but what happens after the male protagonist catches the girl from falling?
He'll carry her home.
Exactly. We've got to end this episode the right way. Kira quiets down and stops fidgeting. Although I can't see her face, I imagine the deep blush that must be darkening her cheeks. I begin walking. A moment later, her arms snake around my neck, and I feel her head lean against my shoulder. She's surprisingly light in my arms, and I easily carry her the whole way home. When we reach her doorstep, I let Kira down. She opens the door and then hesitates facing me.
Thanks for walking me home.
You're welcome. A pause. Guess I should head back then. I'll see you tomorrow.
Right. See you.
As I turn to go, I feel a gentle tug on my shirt. Huh?
Are you sure you should go home now?
Kira shyly presses herself against me. I don't know.
It's really late and dark outside. It's probably unsafe for someone to walk home all alone.
What are the odds of there being 2 serial killers on the street, am I right? The gears in my brain slowly begin turning. You're right, it could be dangerous. She nods. I feel her warmth against me.
You should probably stay.
Yeah, safety first.
Exactly.
With a soft smile, Kira takes my hand and leads me inside the house. I stay with Kira for the rest of the night, enjoying the warmth of her company. We stay up way too late, just feeling the closeness of being together. Kira fits perfectly in my arms as if she was always meant to be there. Eventually our eyes grow heavy, and before long we both drift off to sleep. I'm awoken by a gentle shaking. Blinking open my eyes, Kira's face focuses into view. This is something I get used to. Morning.
Good morning.
Peering outside, the dawn has barely broken. It's really early.
This is when we're supposed to meet everyone at the shrine.
That's right, Erylynn's leaving today. Sobering thoughtfully wakes me up. I'll be ready in a moment. She nods. I get up and quickly splash my face with water while Kira waits for me by the front door. This day seems so far away. It's hard to believe it's finally here and Erilynn will soon be home. As soon as I'm ready, I meet Kira by the door and we head towards the shrine. She slips her hand into mine as we walk into the rolling fog. The crisp, cool air crackles with energy as if ready for Erylynn's departure. Once we reach the shrine, we step through the gates and see Nil waiting by the main hall. Aeryn is beside him while waiting for the rest of our friends and family are nearby. Erilynn pauses, glancing at each of us. Her voice cracks when she finally speaks.
You're all here.
Of course we are. We wouldn't miss saying goodbye to our friend.
Thank you, everyone. You don't know how much you each mean to me.
Mina's eyes bubble with tears. She races towards Erilynn and throws her arms around her in a big hug.
I'm going to miss you so much.
I'll miss you too.
I wish you had more time here. There's so much I still want to ask you about being Veldin.
Perhaps you'll have a chance to visit your heritage. Veldin welcomes you anytime.
Mina smiles.
I'd like that.
Erilynn turns to Aunt Emiko.
The same offer stands for you too, of course.
Thank you, dear.
Aunt Emiko grins as she pulls Erilynn into a hug.
I'm so glad I had a chance to meet you. You tell Ida to take it easy on you, okay? Sometimes she overdoes it with her missions.
I will. Thank you for taking such good care of me. You too, Uncle Hajime.
He grins, pulling her into a brief side hug.
We're going to miss having you around the house. Come visit whenever you like.
As Uncle Hajime lets go, Erilynn turns to Kira.
Thank you for being someone I could trust from the start. I don't believe I'd have made it this far without your support.
You wouldn't have. Kira nods.
I'm glad to have been of help.
They both smile as another voice interrupts them.
Don't forget me!
Kosei bounds forward into Erilynn's view. She giggles.
I could never forget you, Kosei.
He grins broadly as she says his name.
Come find me when you return. Even after I'm a famous soccer player, I'll still make time for you.
I'll keep that in mind.
Finally, Erilynn turns to me.
I suppose your burden is now lifted.
I suppose so. Yeah, I suppose you're right. She smiles and I match her grin.
Thank you for everything. I couldn't have done it without you.
Glad to have helped. With all of her goodbyes done, Erilynn steps to Nil's side.
Are you ready, Your Highness?
Yes.
He nods. Stepping back, he reveals a scepter. Then he points out of the sky, muttering a few words under his breath. In a flash, the sky parts into a blazing rainbow of shapes and glowing colors. They dance faster than my eyes can trace. As the colorful storm swirls above, Erilynn looks over her shoulder, smiling one last time. When she looks forward, both she and Nil disappear. The remaining silence is deafening. It returns all at once, storming the air and filling the gaps that had been displaced. Erilynn disappeared just as quickly as she'd fallen into my life. Kira finally speaks.
She's really gone.
She looks at me and I sling my arm around her, squeezing her into a hug. Yeah, but not forgotten. She nods, leaning her head on my shoulder, and slides her arm around my waist.
Erilynn's going to come back. She promised.
Yeah, so until then, we'll just have to wait for her together.
Exactly.
Together. I like the sound of that. I glance at Kira and she smiles.
Me too.
My gaze travels to the wishing box where it all began. Although it's been only a few months, feels like a lifetime ago. And that I was just an unsuspecting kid whose biggest worry was just starting high school. Now I've discovered a family secret, made unexpected but lifelong friends, and even fallen in love. All because I returned a wallet. It may seem like our adventure has come to a close, but this is just the first chapter of many more to come. Foreshadowing an after-story, perhaps? It's been 4 months since we all said goodbye at the shrine. Erilynn's transition out of school was a lot smoother than her transition in. There was some reshuffling on the student council with both Erilynn and Daisuke's homestay programs ending early. Luckily, she'd prepared Jiro to take over as our class representative, and so far he's been representing us well. He's no longer such a stick in the mud, and it seems like Erilynn's charisma rubbed off on him. Outside of school, the bakery is still going strong. Aunt Emiko and Uncle Hajime are as busy as ever. Even with Mina's and my help, my aunt and uncle can barely keep up with the orders and have hired additional staff. Now that we know of Aunt Emiko's true heritage, she's been bolder in embracing her Velden past. Mina and I eagerly listen to her many escapades and stories of what life was like in Velden. Some of her stories are so amazing I wish I could visit Velden too. Not really. Mina is the same as she's always been. Now that there's additional help at the bakery, she works fewer shifts and uses her extra time to train with her swim club. And boy, has that training paid off. Mina has set the record for the fastest individual medley time on her team. I have no idea what that actually means. She's training her for the next meet against our rival school. Kosei is doing equally well in his club. He is made starter goalie on the team and is the first freshman to ever do so. He is still working his job at the arcade and somehow has not lost his pure enthusiasm for dishes. Even with their busy schedules, Kosei and Mina's relationship is stronger than ever, although you wouldn't know it by how often they argue. Still don't understand it, but their bickering is how they encourage and support each other. It's a strange way to show their affection, but effective nonetheless. As for Erilynn, we were left wondering about her for a long time. Months passed and we still heard no word. Of course, none of us gave up hope. Erilynn promised that she'd be in touch, and she always followed through on her promises. One day, a box was left on my doorstep. It was addressed to the Mayano family with no return address. When we opened it up, the box was filled with an assortment of delicious treats. Aunt Emiko confirmed they were Velden delicacies. Inside was a note from Erilynn expressing that she was doing well in Velden. While she wished she could visit in person, she hoped the gifts would suffice until her next return. As much as we hoped to see her, we were relieved to hear that things are going well. As for myself and Kira, we're still writing the next chapter of our story. I wait impatient in line, hoping the queue will move faster. The line extends outside the doors of our local bookstore, and I'm glad I got here early. The people chatter excitedly with each other, clutching their copies of the book to be signed. I recognize the characters on the cover. Can't help but smile at the girl who moved to a new town and went through the motions of living until she met a boy. The story is all too familiar to me. As I reach the front of the signing table, I grin broadly at the girl with raven hair and exotic features. Can you make it out to the boy who said yes? Kira blinks up at me before blooming into a broad smile. She gets up from behind the table to greet me. To your first book signing. I wouldn't miss it for the world. A soft blush dusts her cheeks and she squeezes me in a tight hug. As Kira's confidence has grown, she's become a lot bolder in showing her affection.
To be honest, I'm glad you came. I didn't expect so many people.
I'm not surprised. Your manga is good. It's got a story that a lot of people can relate to.
I tried to keep it true to form, with only a couple of embellishments. Some parts of the story are just for you and me to share.
She glances at me, a coy smile on her face before looking away. Squeezing her hand, I match her grin and then look behind me. I probably shouldn't hold up the line, though. She nods, then pauses.
Will you stay with me a while longer?
Of course. How long should I stay? A deep blush tints her cheeks.
Through the sequel, and whatever comes after.
I grin, feeling a warmth spread through my chest. A never-ending story with you sounds just perfect. Kira smiles warmly as I scoop her into my arms. Everything feels just right, and I'm excited for what plot comes next for us. Finn. So there you go, we ended with a little bit of fish anatomy for you. Thank you for playing Ethereal Enigma, we hope you enjoyed it. Tempted to do this one. I think I may have done that one before. Let's just say we enjoyed it, even though it's a lie. Glad to hear. Please look forward to the new adventures in the future. Farewell. So this was always the to be continued screen. The one thing I want to look at is the CG gallery. So if we go to extra, it's this one I believe. A lot of these are currently locked because I didn't go back for Erylynn's route. A lot of the ones we do have, I think, are like the common route, and then the ones that appear after they release the finished game, which was Chapter 5. But those, otherwise, we should have all the Kira stuff. Don't know what the Mina one that's missing there is. At least I assume it's Mina. But yeah, it's just a handful of Erilynn things I think are missing. But as I said, this is probably my least favorite of their games. I don't really care for the whole slice of life thing. Their other two were barely slice of life, and I think it just made them that much more different and unique. They seriously cannot compare to a lot of their competition, I'll put it that way. The stories are generally more elaborate, there's a lot of things to them. So I think the unique settings were what really set them apart. And I haven't looked to see if they've said anything about what comes next. If they're going to do another after story for maybe Ace Academy, if they're going back to Crystalline, if it's going to be something completely new itself. So, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I have to figure out what's going to happen next. Kind of need to come up with something to close out the rest of the year, and I have a couple ideas, but we'll have to wait and see. I'm the Hero of Light. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.